Susan Cassius here with Barry Hearn at the O2.
Hey!
None of the main events have happened yet, so we can't talk about that.
I tell you, it's exciting now.
Barry, what's been your take on a bit of a nightmare week for you lot at Matchroom?
No, it's not a nightmare, it's life, isn't it? People cheat in life. People that don't want to pay a proper price and be respected by normal people, they cheat. They cheat, they get found out. Talking about Joe Miller, he got found out.
What was your initial response? You know, you already would have got a call from your son, I'm assuming.
My initial response is nothing flusters. This is life. If it happens, we deal with it. And Eddie deals with it. And it will be dealt with next week. I think he'll be dealt with well. Who knows? I believe it will. I feel disappointed in Joe Miller. I feel that he's a drug cheat, and I think there's too much drug cheats in boxing. So many people have failed drug tests these days, it's becoming... It's not even news, is it? You know, Jarrell Miller's lost $6 million+. Why? What goes on in their head? And what all these other fighters? I mean, you know the numbers. I could give you 10 heavyweights that have failed drug tests,
but
and
Barry,
I don't know why.
You know people will counter what you're saying by saying there's one headline in the show tonight who's failed a drugs test.
I know.
There's one that's already headlining here in July.
Listen, they're all over the place. Tyson Fury's failed a drug test. All respect from where he's come from, but that's the facts. We've got to get this out of this game. We've got to educate. We've got to inform people. We've got to be inspired by people like Joshua that's been tested I don't know how many times, clean as clean, and it's just ability. But look, put that to one side. Boxing's a great sport. There'll always be cheats in any sport. They'll be dealt with, and we'll move on. And we move on to June the 1st with a great show against someone. And it might be you, Coop, you know. You're on the list.
I'm on the list. But what do you make of the fact that it's come out in the last 24 hours that Miller has failed two more tests for two more banned substances?
You know what I already think, Coop, is I'm thinking, what is Miller thinking? Is he so deep into this system that he thinks he can get away with it? I mean, what is your mindset? You must know you're going to get found out sooner or later. And does reputation, does self-respect mean nothing? Clearly it does. And I'm sorry that he's in that state, and I hope he recovers and moves on elsewhere. But clearly it's been shown with all the fighters we talked about, whether it's Ortez, whether it's Fury, whether it's... I mean, the list goes on and on. Failing a drug test is not the end. If they learn from it, then it's okay. And Tyson is a great example of that. He failed a drug test, he's learned, he's got his life back, and he's become a major player again. So
there are people that have been unlucky. Dylan White's a typical example of someone who, with the pre-workout drink Jack 3D from 6-7 years ago, there are people that's unlucky, but it's difficult to kind of find that line between who you believe and who you don't.
I don't believe anyone anymore in this game, right? So let's just call it as it is. Test, be clean, live your life. If you fail, get your life back together, live the life. I mean, I think we should all be in an age of forgiveness, no matter what the circumstances are, because that's what the Bible teaches us. And therefore, we must move on, give them a chance again in the future. But for the moment, it's given Eddie some sleepless nights. I have faith in Eddie. He'll sort it out, and AJ will have a great fight on June the 1st. That's my world.
Yeah. Just finally, by the time this goes out, we will know that Dylan White's opponent is Oscar Rivers for the 20th of July. It must have been a bit of a nightmare, this opponent situation for Dylan. We know loads were talked to, but it is going to be Oscar Rivers on the 20th of July.
And all respect, I won't say I love him because he'd take the wrong message. I've grown to respect Dylan White enormously over the last few years. I think he's taken the right move in his career. I think this is a tough fight, but I think it's the right fight. And he's ignored all the politics of boxing and just said in simplistic terms, I'm a fighting man, let me fight, let me get on. I will get my chance at some stage, but in the meantime, he's prepared to fight anyone. And I think hats off to Dylan White, special bloke.
Barry Hearn, thank you very much for your time. We look forward to our two heavyweight fights and also Josh Kelly, who's, I believe, up next. So.
Correct. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks.